Always helps turn the volume up and turn the camera on and all that good stuff. How's everybody doing? Welcome to another edition of the virtual happy hour for a Wednesday. Let's roll the open. How about it? In three, two, one. Here we go. Don't you love it when the open? I just kind of sit there and dance. Let's try it again and see if I can like not dance. Let's just see. There we go. Well, I'm on twice. My camera on twice. Let's hear my mom. I'll give her just a second. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I was kind of again. I don't know what's going on, and I got this little thing doing here, like looking in the screen, going, "Gosh, my hair looks like the freeze miser or sleet stack or something." What's going on with that? Oh boy, I tell you, I'm not sure what's going on. Yes.
I came to say you look cute.
I look ridiculous in this hair. Well, that hair looks like
Your hair looks good today.
like I have a hairpiece on or something. It's like anyway. Anyway, okay. Well,
because you're cute.
Thank you very much. There's my wife, who is definitely blind.
I'm blind. I need to wear my glasses.
All right. I don't know what happened. I think I think what I did was I sort of took my camera off actually, that's another thing I want to do. There we go. I took it off low res and now it's on high resolution. So I don't know. I got the light sort of set up here because I got an interview later for a show that's going to be airing tomorrow about this time. So anyway, okay, let's roll. Let's roll right along here. I don't even think I've got her jams up, do I? I don't. I didn't even get that far today. Talking about a show that actually has no direction whatsoever and has no plan. This is it. This would be the one. This would be the one, folks. This would be the one. Is I'm not sure what is going on here. I don't know why this is all taking so long. Anyway, I just got back from school a little while ago, and I can tell you that it is the final day before final regular school day because the kids were going crazy. I mean, didn't matter if they were seniors, freshmen, or sophomores. They were giving Mr. Vaughn fits today. But here we go. Speaking of fits, let's bring Mom in as we'll bring her in. Here we go. Mom, you're in the door. Wait, Red Lobster, over?
I'm here.
You at Red Lobster? Or?
No, I'm not at Red Lobster. That's where we go when we.
I don't have. Oh, there you are.
Yeah, I can hear Connie in the background.
She can hear you in the background. He said.
I'm here too, Danny.
Good to see y'all. Y'all having a good time? Y'all distanced?
Well, we're getting close now.
There she is. Hello.
We're social distancing.
Well, what is tonight? What is tonight's deal here?
We're at Artisan.
We're at McDonald's.
See, this is delayed.
Yeah.
So
turn it off. What?
What are y'all doing?
Well, we just had dinner, and we had Connie had spinach salad, and what else did you have?
Soup.
Onion soup, and I had shrimp and grits.
Wow. So you guys are just
And we've been having great conversations with the wait staff here with Lee and Joe, our waiter.
How's Joe doing?
Well, okay.
This is me. Hi, Danny. Merry Christmas, honey.
Well, Merry Christmas, Connie. Hope you're doing well.
So he's doing great, and you haven't met Lee. Lee has he is anyway. Lee is one of the wait staff, but he's a tech person. He's kind of like your brother-in-law Joe.
Red Raider?
Huh?
You said tech person, like a Red Raider, or
No, not a tech person. A tech meaning technical person, not Red Raider.
oh, like computer person? Okay.
Yeah, computers, etc.
My wife says y'all both look so pretty. Did you guys get into that storm that blanketed the Northerners, the Yankees? It was all over the North. Did y'all get some of that or not?
We got a dusting of snow. Little,
Not much.
not much. Even actually, Indianapolis got more than we did, which was
Well,
crazy.
Those Northern Bergs got dumped on. It looks like. So
it's crazy, but we didn't get.
Yeah, it's
very
cold
much.
here. Yeah.
I mean, I made it downtown, so there you go.
There you go. All
you
good.
go.
So you guys y'all gonna shut the place down? Or y'all,
No, we're going to
keep
be
it-
going in a little bit. Here, I want to turn you around, and I want you to say hello to Joe. You've met Joe before. He was
Yes, I know,
he
Joe.
was asking about you. Say hello.
Hey, Joe. How you doing? Hey, mate. How's it going? Good to see you too. Don't let them give you too much trouble now.
Oh, that's all they are is trouble.
Okay, good. That's what I expect.
Does he
All
ask
good,
about
mate.
$100 gift card. Brad has the gift certificate coming right now for you.
So I have 125.
What'd you guys order, Mom? Bob.
I told you already. I had.
No, I know, but what did you guys order drink wise? I'm not worried about the
Well, I
food. I'm
had,
worried about the drink cocktail.
the smudgeon.
No, shrimp and grits.
No, he meant drink.
Oh.
I had the smudgeon, which is mezcal and some other stuff, and they smoke it, and it comes.
Oh yeah. You had that before. Yeah, that's good.
Yes,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then I have a bottle of Conundrum. A bottle of Conundrum I'm taking home with me. Which
It sounds like that sounds like maybe a story of your life, a conundrum.
yeah, that's I was telling.
That should be your first album, Mom. The Conundrum. Here she
Yeah,
is.
well, and
Mom's
it's
first album,
crazy.
The Conundrum. Or your bio. Maybe it's your biopic, The Conundrum.
Yeah, well, here's the story about that. Back I did.
You did what?
Oh, well,
Go ahead. I'm listening to
hey,
you.
say hello to your buddy Danny.
Hi, guy.
Hey, there he is. What's going on?
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Looking sharp, mate.
He says you're looking sharp. Yeah, they're busy, so you can't
Brad's
get in before.
busy man.
Okay. Anyway.
So
Anyway,
continue.
well,
the world
conundrum-
waits.
The conundrum. I got carry out when they only did carry out, and I asked Brad if he would include a bottle of wine. And guess what the brand was? It was Conundrum.
Box
and I said,
of
that was-
wine.
And so I thought, what a most appropriate thing is to have Conundrum. This was in April or May or whatever. It was so appropriate. So tonight I had a bottle. I'm taking a bottle home of Conundrum. So
Well, that
So-
sounds like a good idea, a good thing there, Mom.
yeah, right, exactly. So anyway, so Joe, and you got to say hello to Joe and Brad. You haven't met Lee. He's already. We're in the dining room tonight. We're not in the bar, so we're highfalutin tonight.
Look at you guys.
Look at
you
us.
guys.
We
Look at
know
y'all
how.
trying.
Look at us trying. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
look at y'all.
she's going. Connie has
All
got a
right.
gift certificate. They're selling those, and she's going to try to come. Oh, hang on here. Look here.
Oh, it's Lee.
That's Lee.
Hey Lee, how you doing,
What's going on,
mate?
brother?
Good to see you, bud.
I haven't
How
seen
you
you
doing?
the last since the last time you surprised your mom.
Yes, I was there, and
Well,
she was there, and I could hear her out in the parking lot.
yeah. Well, You're looking good, man. It's good seeing you. I got to bounce.
Appreciate
but
it. Merry,
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Lee. There we go. Yeah, you like the snow? You like the? Your mom can't see the screen, but I got snow on the screen.
You got snow on the screen. Well, thank
Yeah,
you a
it's kind
lot.
of cool. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Ooh, So it sounds like you guys were rocking and rolling, Mom. So
Okay, well, we're gonna let you go. We're setting up our bills so they can attend to business here. So I'll let somebody get on the other side.
all right, well, have fun, and we will see you. And be careful, Mom.
Huh?
Be careful out there. It's a
I
jungle.
will. I've only had a smudgeon and
And
a glass
and
of
and
Conundrum.
a bottle of Conundrum
No,
to
I'm
go.
taking the bottle home with me.
I know it won't make it past the. It might make it out of the kitchen. I don't know. All right, love you, Mom. Have a good time. Bye. Over.
Bye. Bye. Love you.
Love you too. There goes Mom right there.
Okay.
Oh boy, here we go. All righty. Oh yes. You gotta love it when your mom is out and she is having a bottle of Conundrum. Again, that should probably be that may be the family's show title. Like if we had an HBO or maybe a after school special wouldn't count because we wouldn't be a very good we have to be more of an HBO, Showtime, Netflix deal, one of those 45-minute shows that comes around every, runs 10 or 11 episodes a season. Not quite as entertaining as Shameless, but along those same lines, we would just be called The Conundrum. Coming up this week on The Conundrum. Dang it. And isn't every family like that? Isn't every family the conundrum? I mean, that kind of what we're all in the same boat. We're all the conundrum. There's always the conundrum. Yeah. And it's legit. And it's really good. That's what I've been told. Tracy says it's legit. And that could be the show. That could be the show. The Conundrum. It's legit and really good. Coming to you on HBO. I'll do like a press tour, and I don't know who's going to play me. We got to figure that out first. I guess Vince Vaughn, maybe he'll play a Vaughn. But I can see this because every family. I mean, don't we just want to watch a show now of just a regular family that does regular family things? Nothing too super. I mean, the occasional super exciting thing like the vacation to some great place that they've saved up for. But in general, aren't we kind of tired of seeing the exceptional? Maybe it's the conundrum we want to see. The regular everyday Joe. The everyday us. That we're conundrums. Coming this week on Conundrum. What happens? Beef or chicken fajitas. Always a dilemma. Do we go with the chorizo with the cheese or not? I mean, things that really are, really major problems. Pull the mask up over the nose. That's always a big thing as well. Why are you doing that? Yeah. And what's a vacation? A vacay is something, and that's another thing. I am this close to qualifying to the next level in American. And a lot of reasons why, because this year they lowered the qualifications, but I had the Australia stuff under my belt from early first quarter before COVID hit. Plus I was flying all around Australia and New Zealand. I've made I think I crossed the country 3 times in about 3 weeks and went across the ditch to Tasman and to New Zealand. And then, of course, came back. And then my normal domestic stuff till we went down after we went to Belize, and it kind of dried up. I only had a couple flights since then, but I'm the next level. I mean, I'm one more to a place I've never been before. Well, this level didn't exist back when I've been hitting platinum consistently, but executive platinum is out of the question. But Platinum Pro is a place I've never been before, and I got a chance. I'm so close, but I got to do it by, first of the year. And the wife and I have debated a couple of times. We thought about going here, going there. Then, Aunt Holly's coming in this weekend. So this weekend's off. I was going to do a mileage run, but I can't do it because Friday I've got all kinds of broadcast stuff that I'll talk about that in a moment. Maybe a mileage run on Monday. I don't know. What a mileage run is, you make just fly to get some miles. And I had a Kansas City trip planned, was planned for Monday, Tuesday, which would have put me over close to the threshold. But didn't have that trip. It got canceled because of just some other stuff. So anyway, what's a vacation? I don't know. I'm kind of with you, Tracy. I don't know. But it is a conundrum, right? It's a conundrum. On this week's episode, vacation or not? We going to drive to Arkansas or not? That was our conundrum back in the summer for my wife and I. It was a conundrum. What were we going to do? And we went to Arkansas. It was a conundrum. Yeah. Mileage. Actually, the mileage one. And here's the tricky part now. I've already got the money in the bank, so to speak, on the vouchers because I've had to cancel the 2 Kansas City trips, and those are both. And I also have some refund coming from some stuff as well. Long and the short of it is what a mileage run is, and you guys, and Tracy knows. But the real conundrum of it all is usually a mileage run for me is an easy one. It's very easy, and I've done this over the years. I will pick up Los Angeles day, and I'll go to LA for the day and watch the Dodgers and come back. Usually catch a day game, and I'll fly out, on a morning. Usually it's a getaway day for the Dodgers, so I'll go out on like a Tuesday or Wednesday or Wednesday, and I'll fly out, leave on the 8 a.m. flight here, which gets you in there at 8 a.m., 8:30 to 9 o'clock in the morning. Rent a car, go to Dodger Stadium, catch the 1 o'clock game. Game's over, grab a quick dinner, and back to the Admirals Club and back home to Dallas by, I'm land back in town about 10 o'clock. Heck of a long day, but it usually picks up quite a bit of mileage and do a couple of those runs. Well, anyway, that's what a mileage run is. More likely, this used to be really popular back in the day before the airlines kind of juggled 2 years ago, they juggled up the way that you earn miles, and it kind of serves them. I shouldn't say it serves them, but what they did was used to be the more you flew, the more miles you got. But now they started tying in how much you spent. So there were times where, I might have bought a cheaper ticket to Australia, but I still got the miles I was flying. Now they combine the mileage plus the money you spend, and they also combine that into a formula. It's really ridiculous, but it's the way they've kind of cut corners, and I get it. Well, since COVID's happened, no one's flying. The business traveler's gone, and I'd be considered a business traveler. And what they've done is they and my wife says she needs a vacay too. Yeah, no doubt about it. Yeah, I know. And we're going to talk about that this weekend, sweetheart, because we got to come up with something. But in teaching the pandemic's hard, and that's another good point. I had a great conversation with a teacher today about that very same thing. But basically, the airlines now have done it. What they realize is that the new thresholds they put forth 2 years, great for 1 year. But now with COVID, the business traveler, the guy who spends $10,000 on airfare a year, with a drop of a hat, and flies 100,000 miles with no worries, those guys are gone. Heck, the people that fly 25,000 miles and spend $3,000, which is the lowest tier in most airlines roughly, they're pretty much gone. I mean, no one's really going. The business traveler, when I flew for first class to Indiana back in October, there was absolutely nobody in the front first class. I mean, it was just me and myself and I. And the business travelers who gets those upgrades, and they're not flying coach and getting upgraded. So long and the short of it is, what used to happen back in the day was you go on a mileage run. You get toward the end of the year and you look and say, okay, I need 10,000 miles to qualify for the next level. And you also have, for short haul folks, if you're flying back and forth to Houston on business every week, you also get credits. You can either get it by miles or by flights flown. And then the dollar is also part of it too. There's all the equations. And I never fly. Mine are always longer haul flights. My KC flights are short, but Australia twice a year, that's 4 round trips of about 15,000 miles each. That adds up pretty quick, right? Well, now in this COVID world, those thresholds have been dropped back down again. And they're trying to encourage people to fly and give them, and also you're keeping your status, instead of 1 year, you keep it for 2 years. So if you qualify, which I did last year, I was platinum, I kept my status until I kept it longer. It goes all the way to 2022, but I can also at the same time hit the next one. I'm so close to the next spot. I've never been there before. And what you used to do, you jump on a plane, you just fly wherever. But the problem is now, you don't want to fly to LA. You don't want to fly to New York. I mean, especially you want to fly anywhere east because of the snow. What you don't want to do in a mileage run is get stuck in weather. Well, if you go west, you're usually okay. But you can't go west right now. San Francisco and LA are out of the question because of the California is out of the question totally. So my mileage run's probably going to be this. It's probably going to be Charlotte to Miami and Miami to Dallas. That triangle, they're all three American hubs. I avoid Chicago. The idea would be go Chicago, Miami, Dallas, but I think I can still do that route in one morning. Really, Dallas to Charlotte, Charlotte to Miami, Miami back, and I'm back home by 4 o'clock. It's a lot of sitting, but if I bring my laptop, get a lot of work done. So anyway, that's what a mileage run is. Good to see Donna out there. Platinum size. Yes, it was your Christmas gift, honey. It was your Christmas gift. Exactly what it was. It was your Christmas gift. Had a great conversation in it. My wife brought that up too here on Virtual Happy Hour. Glad you guys are along. Moses Melendez, good to see you, mate. Hope you're doing well. I believe Moses is down in Venezuela. And I believe the first time we've had anybody from there watching our show. I'm glad you're along, Moses. Hope you're doing well. Blessings to you and your family. Just a really cool guy. And I had a really great chance to meet him. And it's part of the baseball thing, meeting people from all over the world. Today, as a matter of fact, I've talked baseball with folks in the classroom in Australia, and we touch base with folks in Venezuela. It's really cool with what this game has brought me as a broadcaster. But I'm having a conversation today, and we're only 2 days away from the Christmas break in our house. Now, my wife they fought through it. They're going to get through it. The two private schools, one I went to school at, Trinity Christian. The other one, the girls went Prince of Peace. They're going to reach the finish line. Today was the final regular class day for the upper school where I was at this week. They're all going to final exams tomorrow and Friday. They're optional, but they made it. They basically made it to the finish line. Of course, the kids were off the hook. A lot of kids who aren't taking finals, this was it for them. They were in their PJs, literally in their Christmas pajamas today. It was dress-up pajama day, the Christmas sweater pajamas, and they were TikTok videoing and you name it today just to get through it, right? But the middle school goes tomorrow and Friday. I'll be at the middle school tomorrow and Friday, and that'll be it for them. And then, St. Mark's will be done where my wife teaches, and we will have gotten through the fall semester. And I got to tell you, there was a time when I was talking about this to the principal and with the teachers at Prince of Peace today. I look back at homecoming-ish before October. Usually homecomings or high school homecomings into September, into October. And I remember that homecoming week, I subbed almost all week. And they had a couple of teachers that had gotten sick. And I was thinking, there's no way they're going to make it to Thanksgiving, much less to Halloween. And I got to tell you, they rebounded. And all these kids, I think they adapted. And I think that's one thing we criticize youngsters and the Gen X and millennials and snowflakes and all the things we call the younger people all the way down. But what you don't remember, what I forget, is how, what's the word for it, how vigorous they are and how their ability to overcome obstacles. Me, I don't think, I look back now, I don't think I could have done it back in my day. But then I started thinking, but you're so young in those days, you don't really think about stuff like that. You can overcome anything when you're 16, 15, 14, whatever. And the resilience of those kids and the ability just to fight through it. And I'm amazed. And I think a lot of it too is the technology. And, I think that's part of it. But I give Aunt Holly a hug. Yeah, one more day. Yeah, one more day. You're done after tomorrow. I know, babe. Excited about that. Aunt Holly is coming in this weekend too, by the way. I'd forgotten about that. Did Caroline know that, by the way? Caroline, Aunt Holly's coming in. Caroline just got in from her job just a minute ago. But but I'm amazed at how even the colleges, and I was having a conversation with another teacher whose son is at Texas A&M, and just the fact that, they got through it down there. And they got through it, granted some schools were worse off than others, but University of Dallas, where Caroline goes, they got through it. And, I'm telling you, it's been nip and tuck, but there were times back when because there was a couple times, I think I told you guys this, the week before Thanksgiving, I had a stretch to sub the entire week at Prince of Peace. Actually, I had TCA Monday, Tuesday, and I had Prince of Peace Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I was leaving TCA at Tuesday afternoon about 3:30, and I got a text from Prince of Peace saying, hey, we're shutting down just the week before Thanksgiving because we had a little bit of an outbreak and we're worried, and they went virtual because they were concerned, and it dodged it. and they fought through it the next, last 3 weeks and got through it. So there's been times that even recently, but I just tip my cap to all the educators and my wife and what she's done. It's not been easy. It's been totally, and she's real. And this is the thing, watching these teachers teach virtually, because I've had a chance to do that. One of my jobs when I'm there is I'll set up the Zoom and all that. And the teacher is home. Maybe and that's the thing. These private schools, what they do is when a teacher, and most school districts are doing this, when a teacher just feels ill, they don't mess around. They just stay home. Stay home, get tested, make sure you're okay. Don't even chance it. Back in our day, I mean, I had to have breaking fever. I mean, I could have a sore throat and I would still be going to school. I had to have fever and be sweating for me to be going to miss school. But, you get a sore throat or a cough or a sneeze, you're staying home now because no one wants, and I get it. I mean, it's the times we live in. But, I'm amazed at watching these teachers on Zoom, and these kids are in the class kind of sitting back and they're like, because the teacher's not there, they don't really respond, and I'm trying to keep these kids engaged. And then if you flip the script, if you're in the class, and I've done this, I taught a class last week, and the kids were on Zoom, 5 or 6 of them were, and I had 10 or 15 in the class, and the Zoom kids had a hard time keeping up, and it's tough. And my wife will tell you, and I just know this from talking to her, she's really big about her classroom experience. She wants those students in there. She wants to touch base with them. She wants to be with them and wants to, share that educational experience. And you guys know this. We're all at that same point. The Zoom and doing this. I mean, and I thought about this on the way home today. I want to spend Christmas virtual Christmas Zooms and Thanksgiving Zooms and all that nonsense we've been doing for holidays the last year. And there's that time's coming, but this is great technology, but nothing beats a real hug. That's what I was saying. So I'm amazed that my wife's done, all the teachers as well. Let's see here. I'm sorry, I got the screen's got some kind of nonsense on here. Dadgummit. Gotta get this. Let's see. My son got a ring today. Oh, from UTSA. How about that? There you go. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations. The Road Runners, right? And at UTSA. Love me some San Antonio. Big Spurs fan, obviously. But anyway, how's everybody else doing out there? What you guys got going on? Friday, okay, this is a bit of a wild week for me. The Australian Baseball League starts Thursday night in Australia, which is actually happening in about, let's see, it's 7:50, 10 till 8 in Perth, 9 to, so 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 8 hours from now, they begin the Australian Baseball League season. Sydney's hosting Melbourne in a delayed start in a shortened winter ball season. And I will watch that when I go to school tomorrow. I'll watch the video replay. But I've got my normal show tomorrow night. And then I'm trying something new. And you guys will you may or may not be awake for it, but around 8 a.m. or so, well, you should be awake on Friday. And my kids in my class will probably be excited because Mr. Vaughn is doing his TV show. They think it's really legitimate TV show. They don't realize it's just a generic stream, but hey, I think it's pretty cool. But I'll be doing a live post. There'll be 2 games on Friday night in Australia, which will be Friday morning here. And I'll recap those. My broadcast partner will cross with me from Perth, and then I will give you all those folks the odds and ends, some interviews, and something we've not done yet. It's a show we've not done. And I think it's going to probably. I'm really wanting to use this 26-game season to kind of try it and see if we can make it work. And really try it out for the Kansas City season this summer as well, and kind of work on some of the things I'm doing and also to grow it down the road. So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. So that'll be a busy. So I got this show today. I got Talking Baseball Australia live tomorrow night at 5, our time. And then I've got the breakfast show over here, but it's really evening, over late night or 10 o'clock. It'll be 10 o'clock at night. After 10 o'clock, after midnight over in Australia on Friday night, but it's a weekend, so hopefully folks will be up. If not, we may move that show to later in the evening and do it for a breakfast show in Australia. That's kind of a debate, but we're kind of doing this right now. And poor Paul, my broadcast partner, he's got to go solo this weekend, so he won't be really, after doing 3 hours of baseball, the last thing he wants to do is spend an hour on a broadcast another hour. So anyway, what else is going on today? I don't really have anything else exciting except for that. I mean, just talking to mom and just trying to get through this week. Really, I mean, get through it. Christmas around the corner. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. I feel much better, like I told you guys on Monday, than I have in a while as far as just the way things are going. I mean, health wise, other issues the country has, I can't control them. I've lost faith in all politicians, and I don't think Papa is going to help us anyway. So I'm not really worried about that. But as far as going forward, vaccine wise, I feel pretty good. I think it's good, and looking forward to getting back. And I mean, for example, during a normal week for me, I have usually 2 face-to-face church Bible study meetings I love to go to in the morning. We hadn't done those since because I was in spring break. That's as early or late February last year. So anyway, my wife might join us from downstairs, but so that's my broadcast week. I got a busy broadcast week still to go, but I'm excited. The one thing about what I've been doing these shows is that lately they've all been like, this guy signed, that kind of deal. But the cool thing is that now they're actually playing ball, and I can kind of dissect the games and do some stuff that I haven't done. So I'm kind of looking forward to that, although I am missing calling the games, but I wouldn't be calling them anyway until after Christmas anyway. I usually don't go over till the last couple of years I've gone on over after Christmas just because I want to spend the holiday here with my family. That's the drawback of being in the Australian Baseball League, is that you have that dilemma. Anyway, I want to show you guys something that we do. I don't know if it'll load in there, but I'm going to see if it will. And my wife's going to join me real quickly before I do that. Let me just bring her on real quickly because she's standing by. Let's go to the wife if I can find her jam here. Oh, I just got a little mom's jamming again. But let me bring my wife on here. She is out, and our poor dog is. I talked about this a little bit on Monday, but he's all good and he's getting more to his honorary self. So let's bring the wife on here, and if I can kind of get things set up. Honey, I promise you I'm coming. Just give me a moment and I will get you on and bring this down. Producing on the fly here. Here we go. And yes, the lovely and talented WD-40 will be stepping in and joining us here in 3, 2, 1. But let's give her little, she must get her intro music, right? Come on. There she is, folks, on the screen. What is going on? You're bundled up. It's a little chilly out there. A little chilly out there, isn't it?
It's not a little chilly. It's a lot of chilly.
My hands were a little cold this morning. I had to double. It was a little chilly at 6 something, whatever that was.
Chilly walking Max and running. That's for sure.
Yes. So what's going on in your world there?
Just trying not to have my hands fall off from frostbite.
How's the dog's doing better? I mean, just don't overdo him though. But he's doing better, I think.
Yeah, he's doing good. He I told you earlier that I felt like he was back to himself when he tried to chase a squirrel up a tree. That was a good sign.
It is a good sign.
But I came home just sort of with this premature feeling of being done, and it's such a bad feeling when you realize, oh wait, I'm not done. I got to go to work again tomorrow. And then I forgot I had to tutor tonight, so I'm like, oh, I'm completely not done. So I was thinking I was a free bird, but I'm not a free bird.
Free bird. Well, there you go. There's your that could be your theme song, Free Bird. How about that?
Was it Tom Petty, right?
No, that would be Leonard Skinner, but
Leonard Skinner, that's right. Tom Petty is Free Fall. It's Free Fall. Sorry.
Yeah, Free Fall. Free Fall. Yeah, Free Fall is Tom Petty. Yes.
That's what I was thinking. Free Fall.
Yes,
Free Bird is definitely Leonard Skinner. I mean, clearly the cold has gotten to my brain.
Your earrings are getting a shout out from Tracy, by the way.
Oh, aren't they cute? I do like my earrings.
What are those? Hearts of some sort?
They are hearts with little pearls.
Huh? How about that? Look at you
Yeah,
trying.
I'm wearing. I also have on. Well, it's hard to see. I have on pearls with them. I'm a little overdressed to walk the dog.
I would say, what do you? Especially, I mean, we live in a pretty decent zip code, but you probably are a little bit,
Well, I just
over.
haven't changed from school, and I wore these earrings today at school. Tracy, for the record, these come from Avara, I think is the shop. Avara, Avara. It's a shop, I think, down in Highland Park. They have the cutest stuff, so affordable. I think these earrings were maybe $28. So super cute for $28. So you can get them online.
How about it?
There
How
you
about
go.
it?
And I was not collaborating with them on this story at all.
All good. All good. Well, that's just free. That's freebie. We still pay them. They don't pay us. We pay them. So
Yeah,
it's awesome.
I haven't graduated to like making it worth my while.
That's all right. Talking Baseball Australia is still working that way too. So don't worry. You're not alone, folks. You're not alone, folks.
Well, I wasn't really trying it either.
Well,
I'm enjoying the lights. There's quite a few around. I guess you can kind of see behind me.
Yeah, I watched some snow on the screen for you again. That's a cool little gadget that they added on BeLive. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, I saw that when you were talking to your mom and the waiter, but I can't see it here because I'm on BeLive, not on Facebook, so I can't see it.
All good. It looks good. Looks like you're out. Looks like you're out. It'd be cool if it's just you on the screen because it looked like you were out in the snow because it looked like I got snow inside.
But I'm not out in the snow. I'm just out in the cold. If it was snowing, oh man, I would be in a much worse mood, I think. Because I don't like walking there. Yeah. Well, I mean, I would like to look at it outside. It'd be nice to have snow, but I don't like walking the dog when it's that cold and wet and gross because his feet get gross.
I thought you liked snow since you spent that time in that Pennsylvania.
Oh man, I tell you, there were days. I mean, we would come in and we would be literally our coats were covered in snow because it was coming down so hard, and we'd come in the door and just sort of shake like a dog to get some of the snow off. And Christy and I would look at each other and go, "What are we doing?" Like, in Texas, it's probably 60 degrees and we're freezing our butts off. But it was so funny because the very first time it snowed, you probably experienced this in Lubbock, to be honest, because you get snow there.
Oh yeah.
The first time it snowed on a school day, Christy and I just assumed everything was shutting down, and the people were like, "No." No,
I remember walking from the dorm, and I had to walk from the dorm to class in Texas, the largest campus besides it's the largest campus in the country besides Air Force, and they count their runways. So I was walking from my dorm from Coleman to the broadcast, to the Mass Comm building, which was an arts and sciences, clear across campus at Holden Hall, and it was snowing, and I was bundled up, and I got about halfway there, and I'm walking against the grain of the weather, and my jeans had frozen they'd frozen with me walking, and then of course I was covered. The front of my parka was like I've been skiing, but it was like I was skiing, but I wasn't skiing. I was walking to class, freezing my what off.
I would take an umbrella and sort of put the umbrella out in front of me, and because the snow would be coming so hard and fast at you. We used it not for over our heads, but sort of in front of our bodies to shield us. And I remember you'd get to class, and probably this way at Tech too. You'd get there, and the buildings were like so ridiculously hot inside, and you were taking off like layer after layer after layer because it was like uncomfortably hot in the buildings. So you'd have to take off your coat, and then your sweatshirt, and your scarf, and your gloves, and then about 10 minutes before class, you're like, "Crap! I gotta put all this crap back on," because it was really cold.
Well, I'll give everybody a tech story for snow. I went to visit out there because I wanted to go to school there, and I didn't go initially, but after things worked out, I wanted to go there, and I went on one more visit when Matt Fain was living in Bledsoe Hall. So I went to visit Matt, and for the weekend, and it was another one of those winter storms out in Lubbock, And I remember Matt's job back in those days, back in my salad days, his basic job, this included at TCA, my last year at TCA and first couple of years out, one of the jobs was he would go out with me, but Matt's not a real big, especially back then. He'll have an adult beverage here and there, but back then he didn't have any adult beverages. Well, I would have adult beverages, obviously, and he was my designated in case I had too many adult beverages. Well, the long and the short of it was, I had a few adult beverages there on campus, and walking back to the dorm, I did snow angels for the first time on a college campus. While Matt Fane looked at me, going, "This can't be good for this university to have this clown transfer to this school." But that was my final selling point. I chose Texas Tech because I was enjoying making snow angels in front of Bledsoe Hall. How about that, babe?
That's a great story. It is so cold. I'm having a hard time getting.
All right. Well, I'll let you go. I'll let you go because we got to wrap things up. I got an interview in an hour with Lucky, so he just sped by. So all good.
Okay.
Love you, babe. There we go. There's the wife. Love her very much. She's awesome, and she is heading back to try with the dog there as we will as I adjust the volume here. Here we go. I promise. Oh my gosh, my mouse is terrible. Lovely wife there. I love her very much. Glad to have her joining us there. Okay, Friday, same time, same place. I haven't picked out the beverages yet, but I will be dragging, but I'll be fired up because it'll be Friday. We will bring up 2 beverages. We'll also do the palate cleansing with something, probably pretzels or I don't know, little charcuterie boards or something. But it'll be pretzels and probably, I'm sure, maybe cheese, but pretzels. And we will do 2 beer tests on Friday. Don't have the tote board done yet, but eventually I'll get to that, probably when we're done with all this. But I don't even know which beers I'm going to pull out, although I do believe one will be the pecan pie beer. We did not drink them over the weekend. We still got 6 down there, so we might want to bring one of those out, give it a go, and then we will bring something else up too. We'll have 2 of them to try on Friday. It's 5 o'clock Central Time. Adjust your timepiece accordingly. If you're in the west of Australia, 7 a.m. And if you are out and about, want to watch the little baseball story tomorrow night, 5 o'clock Central Time in the States, 7 a.m. in Australia at Perth, and then that'll be 10 a.m. in Victoria and across the country. Talking Baseball Australia Live, baseball's best mate, will be hosted with our special guest. It'll be Lachlan Dale. Lockie Dale will join us, and my broadcast partner Paul Morgan will preview the upcoming Heat games and also review and kind of get you caught up on the Australian stuff. But that's from Australian mates and you U.S. folks. We'd love to have you join us for sure. But baseball fans, join us. And, of course, we do this show every Friday at 5 o'clock. Okay, that'll be it for today. And glad we turned out okay. As you go, there's your reminder right there. There we are every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as long as I decide to do it. I mean, sometimes I skip it, but not very often. But 5 o'clock Central Time, virtual happy hour every third day or every other day. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? You know, we don't do it on Tuesday, Thursday. Okay, as we say every let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Let's love more. Let's show more empathy. Let's just keep getting better, man. We're going to get better. We're going to be all right. Everything's going to be better. Let's keep fighting on. Virtual hugs, everybody. Glad Mom joined me and made it home, as well as Connie and the folks at Artisan there in Elkhart, Indiana. Big thumbs up for joining us. And everybody else that joined us on the chat. Of course, my wife who chimed in, WD-40, always let us see Gay Marie, as well as she will be joining me on Friday with the beer test and all that. So, anyway, love you guys. We'll see you guys on Friday, and let's get that close up here. Let's do it. We'll see you on Friday. Love you. Have a great rest of your Wednesday night, everybody. Recom Tech, KU. That's in basketball, by the way, tomorrow night.